Alright guys, so today is something different, something that's unrelated to this channel. I'm gonna be sharing with you on what I found out recently about a software called Wondershare Filmora. Alright, so for those content creators who are using this software, I'm not sure whether you have heard of an AI tool that can help you create your videos fast. So basically I was recording a new Roblox game called Rivals that was just released like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I've been training in that game a lot, though I still lose tons of matches because I was still trying to get used to the game sense and the game mechanics. And then after that I just realized I've accidentally recorded for 45 minutes. Now we all know how painful it is to trim and delete every single unwanted segments of a 45-minute video. But with the AI tool, it's really very useful. It can saves you lots of time, it can saves you tons of energy. And one more thing for me, also saves my soul, alright? Because all the while I've been editing videos like this, alright, and which gets my entire soul drained just sitting down on my desk like the whole day. Alright, so first off, I'll begin my tutorial by importing a clip. So this is a random Minecraft tutorial clip that I've just randomly searched on YouTube, and then we're just gonna drag it to our timeline. Alright, there we go. Right, so right here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split the clip and then just right click. Alright, so I mean you can do it for the entire video, but it's not recommended to do that because the processing time actually takes rather long than you do for some parts of the video. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just right click and then go to smart editing tools, click on AI text based editing, which is the first AI tool that I'm gonna be showing you. Alright, and then you will be asked to select a language. So in this clip right here, the language spoken is English, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click that OK. Alright, so you'll be greeted with this timeline and text right here. Alright, so like for example, hey, what's up YouTube, in this video, and I'm gonna ahead and delete that. Alright, so what's gonna happen when I just delete this text right here? This part of the clip that contains this text will get deleted as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna backspace, and you can clearly see that this clip right here, you can clearly saw that this clip right here just got deleted. Alright, and you also have this delete all silent clips, which is referring to this brackets and the 3 dots in between these brackets. And then you can clearly see the timeline right here in between this text as like a huge gap right here. Alright, so between these two texts right here. Alright, so I'm just between these two texts, yeah, it actually contains so the gaps between these two texts right here has no dialogue. Alright, so that's what they mean by silent clips. So apparently when I just delete this, alright, so yeah, the dialogue parts, the clips that has the parts that has no dialogue will get deleted. Alright, so right, and then so right now this segment of the video as text all over, alright? You won't hear any silent dialogues. So after you've done, you can go ahead and export to timeline. Alright, so the next editing tool that I would like to share with you is the silence detection. Alright, so like I said earlier, go ahead and split your clip. Alright, to make the processing time a little faster. So, and I'm just gonna split that again. Alright, then over here, you're gonna right click and then go to smart editing tool, and then over here you see silence detection, and then over here you'll be greeted with the timeline and these 3 settings above, which most of you don't really know what they actually means and what they actually do. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain that. Alright, so first off, we start off volume threshold. Alright, and then I've set the volume threshold to 30%. So that means any clip, any part of this clip right here holds a volume threshold that is less than 30% will detect it as silence. So any clip has that will get permanently deleted. So the next thing, so the next settings right here, we have minimum duration. So that means any part of this clip has less than 30% and holds a minimum duration of at least 0.6 seconds will get deleted. And lastly, we have softening buffer. That means they will take some of the silence detection. And at this point you might be confused, what do you mean by sound and no sound part? So do you want to get the silence deleted or not? And the answer is yes, I want to get it, and I also want some of the silence right here to keep it, alright, to stay put here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make this 0 and go ahead and analyze, alright, to explain you further more. So right here, alright, you can clearly see, alright. So this is so the shader parts right here has volume threshold of less than 30%. So this part right here will get deleted, alright. And then you can clearly see the white parts here that hasn't been shaded. So that means these white parts are just going to be stay put. Alright, and then talking about the softening buffer, let me just, so I want you to just spot the difference. Alright, so that was 0, and then I'm going to like increase it up to 0.4 seconds, and I want you guys to just spot the difference. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna like make it 1 second more. Alright, so you can clearly see that yeah, it got like some silence out here, right? So we have a silence gap in between. So this silent gap in between is just to prevent that immediate jump from sound to sound, from dialogue to dialogue. Alright, don't worry, I'll be explaining to you way further about this. Alright, so right here I have 2 sentences with me. Alright, so let's eat, comma, brother, and let's eat brother. Alright, and we all know one without and we all know in this, between these 2 sentences here, one with comma and one without a comma can have a huge meaning impact. Alright, so with a comma, you're telling your brother to come and eat with you. Alright, and then without a comma, you're considering your brother as a prey and you want to eat him. So the comma basically acts as a pause to prevent any misunderstanding or any confusion. Alright, whereas you don't have a pause and you thought that the brother right here and you thought that the word brother right here is a prey and you want to eat him. So it's a same analogy like this right here, right? So you want to like to have a pause right here to prevent like any immediate jumps, to prevent any misunderstanding or any confusions. Alright, so for example, I'm making a basketball tutorial on how to play a basketball, and then like when I apparently go without pauses, without any silent pauses. First I pound my basketball, for then second I try to aim at this basketball net. Alright, and then the audience will get really will misunderstand and get really confused. So apparently when I go, first you pound the basketball, secondly you try to aim the ball to the net, and in this way your audience will have a much more understanding with the silent pauses. Alright, so after you finish all the settings right here, you can go ahead and replace and finish. Finish and replace, like whatever I call. Alright, so moving on, the next tool that I would like to show you is the scene detection. Alright, so basically it splits all the different scenes here. So right here we have an interior building tour, and here we have a man walking down the stairs, and then here we have a man lying down on the bed, and then here lastly here we have a man, a person, don't know whoever is free camming here. They are free camming an exterior building tour. Alright, so these scenes right here are gonna be split, alright. So go to scene detection, and then you can stop anytime you want. Alright, so I'm just gonna stop here, and then you can delete some of the unnecessary scenes here. Alright, so for example scene 15, and then when you just review it and you find that if that's unnecessary to be in the video, you can just go ahead and delete that. Alright, and then once you finish, you can go ahead and just finish and replace. And also we have an AI translation and an AI vocal remover. So AI translation basically means you can translate any language you want, and AI vocal remover basically removes your voice. Alright, so that means you won't be able to hear any dialogue at all. And that's it. So what do I think about this AI editing tools? Honestly, it was devastatingly amazing. It's really very useful. However, due to the trash dialogues that I've spoken, due to a bad gameplay, the AI tool weren't able to detect that well. So I still ended up taking like 2 hours to edit my gameplay. So for those of you guys who are thinking of starting a content creating career and trying to find a software that can help you edit your videos fast, I think this would be the perfect one for you. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. So do leave a like and subscribe and share this to your friends if he or she is finding a software that is something like this. And also, if you have any better suggestions or any better editing software that you found and you like to let me know, go ahead and let me know in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.